Today we're going to talk about a standing seam metal roofing tool that is almost guaranteed to improve your installation times and your crew's quality. We're talking about the ultimate bracket made by Metal Plus LLC. Alright, so here's the ultimate bracket, the standing seam metal roof jack. And basically it's a fairly simple design. It's not too heavy, probably weighs 25 pounds. Maybe if that, you can pick it up with a couple hands. They're easy to set, they're easy to install. And it basically works like a vice grip, except it's got a rubber pad on the bottom so it doesn't scratch the panel and it doesn't slip, and it's got rubber pads here. And this works on basically any snap lock or any mechanically standing seam panel. And like I said, it's like basically a vice grip. You're just gonna run your set screw here, so tighten it up and add more pressure to the lever and get a nice good grip. So you set it right on top of this panel here, and I'll tighten up my set screw. See what I got? And then I'll do the top the same way. As you can see, they set up and they clamp on simple. And then the next step would be to adjust for the roof pitch. So you can adjust right here on the back, crank this up to the pitch, make this flat. So that's a very simple, easy process to do. And then the gap here is basically set up for either a 2x8 or a 2x10. And they recommend 12-foot long lumber. We use a 2x10. It fills out the whole gap, locks under here, and then we just throw a clip screw right in the face of this, something small, and it holds the wood in place, nobody slips. And then we'll use some wood screws to, when we run long lines of our 2x10s and put our wood together, so we've got everything secure. But it's a very simple, it's an easy design, and it works. That's the main thing. These roof jacks, they actually work. They will allow you to work off this standing seam in a way that you probably never thought was even possible. Once you stand on one of these, it's pretty fantastic to work off of. All right, so now we've got both these brackets set up, and we're just going to take this plank, 2x10 piece of it, and we're just going to set it right in there. And you can see that as far as a work platform, if this was at the bottom of your roof, or if you had to do a chimney flash here or a counter flash, you can see how substantial this would be to work off of. So it's just like I said, it's just a simple, easy way to work on standing seam, and it's a great tool. So we use these roofing jacks on almost all of our standing seam jobs, even the ones that are maybe a 3 or a 4/12 pitch. Probably we don't use them very much on the ones that are a low slope, but anything maybe a 3 to 4 and up, just because it's so easy to work off of. A couple of the major advantages that we have, we can easily get down these long buildings. Some of these buildings are over 100 foot long, and you can easily walk down a jack and just save a ton of speed of movement across lateral on the roof. Another place we use them is to run our seamer. We are roll formers of the 138 and the 238T, which are both mechanically seamed panels. So we set these jacks and then run our seamer. Makes running the seamer on a roof of any pitch very easy. We use these to set the panels on the opposite side that we've already got done. So after we do a side, we'll set the jacks on that side and then set the panels on the other side of the ridge. And then we have those jacks already up, located near the ridge, so that we can work the Z or the closure up on the ridge and then set the ridge itself. So that's another spot we use them. We use them around chimneys. So basically anywhere where we've got to work on these standing seam roofs, we've figured out how to use these jacks. And the labor savings we found will more than cover the cost of the jacks. They're not cheap. They're about $1,000 a piece. We have acquired them slowly over time. We run about 20 of them on a job. And I really couldn't see roofing without them now. They're that valuable, and even though they're expensive, they do pay for themselves over time. And then actually you start to just, your guys will just not want to work without them. So the employees love them, and I love them. They're safer to work off of. And I think the overall quality of the job is higher when you can not worry about staying on the roof. You can worry about doing a good job with your sheet metal. So it's even improved the craftsmanship in our company. So I hope you take a good look at these metal brackets, these metal roofing jackets for your next standing seam job from Metal Plus LLC.